Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Velomacchi roll top 40-liter backpack available at RevZilla.com. So if you're familiar with Velomacchi, you know they make expensive backpacks. That's what they're known for. I met Kevin Murray, the owner, and he was this rad dude that lives in the Pacific Northwest, ripping around on dirt bikes. And he's like, man, I make no apologies for that. I make backpacks that can withstand pretty much anything. And this is going to be the new top of the line. This is the roll top 40-liter. This is going to come in around the $300 price point. Now, what you're getting for this is a backpack that you can literally try and destroy, and it should be able to take whatever you throw its way. Now, if you're looking at that, you're thinking that's just way too expensive. Velomacchi has come out with a new, more affordable option. That's going to be the Giro. You want to check that one out. It's going to come in around the $180 price point. But really what you're getting from the new flagship model, this is going to now sit atop of their roll top 28-liter. You're getting extra capacity, and you're getting some sleek changes to this that have addressed some of the problems that folks had with the old version. Now, this is going to be around $30 more than the 28-liter, but what you get with that is much more capacity and a few creature comforts. So let's start off with the fact that this is going to have Aquafort construction. And if you're not familiar, this is going to be 1000D material. It's going to have what Kevin and the folks over at Velomacchi are calling a kiss coating, and that allows no water, no mud to just stick to this. It just rolls right off. And again, if you're using this in an adventure setting, you're riding off-road, or you're just throwing this around and treating it like a, kick-around backpack, it will be able to give you that longevity that you're looking for. This should pretty much be that heirloom piece that if you buy it now, 10 years from now, it's still in your collection of gear. But that's really going to be the construction of this. Now, what you're getting from a waterproof standpoint, the main pocket on this is going to be waterproof, and it's a simple drop-down pocket. And the one nitpick that I would say with this is I'm not a huge fan of these hooks on the side. They're a little bit tricky to kind of get used to. And then once you open this up, you notice the changes are now that the hooks are on the side. It's not down the front of the middle. You do have magnets, which are going to hold the lip closed, and then you've got ripstop nylon on the inside. So this is your main compartment, and this is what's going to be that big waterproof pouch. All the rest of the pockets on this are going to be what we would call water resistant. They're pretty much waterproof, but nothing that I would want to stick, an electronic in without having some kind of a cover. And this is exactly what I'm talking about with getting these little D-rings in here. They can be a little bit cumbersome, and that again is probably my one real complaint with trying to use this backpack is just those little hooks on the side. Now, when you're looking down the main front of this, you are going to have a hook that will work for your helmet. So when you're just walking around, you get off your bike. This isn't something where you want to hook your helmet double D-rings onto and ride with, but when you're just walking around, you can go ahead and hook your helmet right on here. And you're now getting adjustment straps that run the length across this in a horizontal fashion. And this allows you to just ratchet down whatever you have inside. So if you're not using the full 40 liters of capacity, you can fine-tune that, cinch it down, and make sure the backpack stays nice and compact. Now, when we talk about the fact that the outer pockets are water resistant, you'll notice that what you have here are these little pass-throughs to hold the pockets down. Now, the reason we're saying water resistance, if you look where the grommet is, you do have the possibility where water can get through that little grommet there on the bottom where you're having this connection point, but it's still going to be one of those things that's damn near waterproof, but you do run the risk of, if I had a cell phone that wasn't waterproof, I probably wouldn't stick it in that particular pocket. Now, as we take a look on the other side, you are going to have another little hidden compartment on the inside of this, a little key ring that has an elasticated strap there that would hide into the back of this. And then the other thing that the 28-liter had was that you have these adjustments at the bottom. And this is going to be for those larger riders out there. You can really fine-tune the fitment of this, and it's going to work really well with the Fidlock system. Now, if you're not familiar, maybe you didn't watch the video on the 28-liter, the Fidlock system is a really ingenious design where once you twist that open, the backpack is simply undone, and all you have to do is get that close, and it's locked into place, and that's not going to come undone until you twist this. One of the things that I think seems to work a little bit better with the 40-liter, the Fidlock control doesn't seem to be as sticky. It actually flows a little bit nicer, and then the pinpoints on this seem to be a little bit looser. They don't seem quite as tight as what we're seeing on the 28-liter as well. And this is if you want to remove the straps on the top, you can actually change out the harness system that you're using. So if you don't like the Fidlock system, you can go with the smaller Fidlock that you have on the Giro if you like that one instead. Now, the other things you'll notice here, little scuff pad here if you want to go ahead and mount a GoPro, and then you are going to have a little hidden pocket over here. And then behind the Velomacchi logo, this is where you could put a tire pressure gauge. This is actually an elasticated logo. Now, the one other thing that I'm not a huge fan of with this, in addition to the hooks that we're going to have up here, is there's going to be a pocket in the back of this, and it's actually kind of hard to see. If we open this up, pull these out of the way, the whole back on this is going to be a pocket, and that's where theoretically you could put a hydration pack. The problem that I have with that is that the hydration pack would be sitting kind of flush against you with whatever you had in the backpack pushing against it. Can be a bit uncomfortable at times. So I don't know if I would use the hydration pack feature on this, but I know plenty of guys that do, and they don't seem to complain. It just doesn't seem like the most ideal setting for me personally. Grab handle on the top is going to have a little bit of elastication to it, but the real story when you're looking at something like the roll top 40 liter from Velomacchi is simply the fact that this is going to be probably the most bulletproof backpack that we've ever seen. Again, that's what Kevin and the folks over at Velomacchi were really intending to do, was to give you a top-of-the-line backpack that if you want to use this for adventure settings, if you want to use this in some gnarly camping or hiking, this will pretty much be able to take whatever you throw its way. Now, there's a lot of folks out there that are already utilizing Velomacchi. If you want to hear what they have to say, you can click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already putting this gear through its paces. If you have additional questions for one of our gear geeks, you can reach out to 877-792-9455 or simply shoot over an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Velomacchi Roll Top 40 liter backpack. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.